It's Derby Day at Anfield, Liverpool versus Manchester United. The last time we met, they gave us a hell of a smashing. And now United are back to seek revenge. Welcome back to the Glory Reds. And today we're going to be covering the match preview of Liverpool versus Manchester United in one of the greatest rivalries in football and one of the most watched derbies in the world. You know what it is,
Come
guys. I'm your
on,
boys with my boy
dude.
Don Benito. And man, what are we saying? What are we saying?
Man, cause I'm in good mood. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I'm
You
in
know,
I don't know. For the first time in a very, very, very long time, I'm feeling this
yeah.
down. I don't know why.
Same here. Same here.
I can't
I
explain it.
and the funny thing is, yeah.
Yeah.
I also woke up this morning in high spirits, just looking forward to the game tomorrow. I don't know what it
Bruh.
is because you expect our hopes to be down with us getting knocked out of Europe. Bruno Fernandes not gonna be available for the game. Harry
Yeah.
Maguire has reported an injury and has been one of our most consistent defenders, in the recent games. And there's so much against us for this match, but
Bro.
somehow I just
Bro.
feel so pumped about it. I
Yo.
don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I just have this strange good feeling about this match that you know what, something's gonna happen, fam. I don't know what
Something.
it is, but something is going to happen.
I can't explain it to D. Like it's
Yeah,
the same thing you feel is the same way I feel. I don't know why.
yeah,
Normally I
yeah,
should be scared. Like
exactly.
on very normal circumstances, I should be terrified. I shouldn't be wanting Liverpool right now. No ways.
Yeah,
Especially with them looking like well, in the Premier League they look like they're firing on all cylinders.
yeah,
But for us, nah.
yeah,
Like I shouldn't be happy. I feel like this is a taboo. I feel like this is wrong.
yeah,
I'm too relaxed. G. This is
yeah,
not
yeah,
right.
yeah,
I'm supposed to be
yeah,
stressed. You know, I'm
I
supposed to
get
be
you.
stressed out of my mind, but I'm
Yeah,
not. And I
yeah,
need somebody to explain that to me because this is
yeah.
not normal. This is not
Yeah, it
normal.
ain't. It ain't.
Not
It
normal,
ain't. Because, I mean, Liverpool have really made a comeback. And I think they're one of the
bro.
teams that a lot of people rate off this season because they're literally sitting on top of the league. They're number one.
Bro,
They're
they're
number
number
one, and
one.
we're number six. And when I looked at the table this morning, I was like, wait, Liverpool is first? Like, when did they
Nah,
become number one? Like, for
nah.
some strange reason, I thought like Liverpool are hovering, sorry, like around our position. I don't know why. You know, I don't know why it didn't dawn to me that they're in top four. It didn't dawn to me that
Bro,
they're actually sitting on top of the table. And I mentioned this to you
bro.
the other day when we are talking about fantasy, and I was talking about bringing Mo Salah into my team, and I'm like, dude, Salah has the most points in fantasy, and people are also
Bro,
sleeping on him. People are
I
sleeping
brought
on
him
him on
in. I
fantasy.
brought him in.
Yeah,
I brought
yeah,
Salah in.
yeah,
And like it even makes me cringe and it's almost taboo because I brought him
yeah.
in the week of them playing United.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I should be against that kind of a move. But I brought him in.
Exactly.
I did.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, man. So look, man, the last time we played them, they smashed us 7-0 at home. It was a crazy
that's not
defeat.
happening by the way. By
Yeah,
the way,
yeah,
that seven is not happening again. That was a
yeah,
once off. If they didn't enjoy it, tough.
yeah,
I hope
yeah,
they did. Because it's
yeah.
never happening again. Just
True,
putting it out
true.
there. Yeah.
True, 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 true. So yeah, man. Obviously, in recent times, like just looking back at the last three games, obviously they beat us 7-0 in this previous one. The one before when we played home, we beat them 2-1, and the one prior to that, they beat us 4-0. So in the past three games, they've managed to put what's that? That is 12 goals past us. And we've only managed to score two against them. So clearly, goal scoring record is not in our favor. Even
Yeah.
in that occasion that we beat them, it was just by a slight victory. But still, we're going to this match optimistic, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The past is the past, like Ten Hag said in the press conference when he was pressed about, are your players scared? You know, are they scared to get into this match because the last time you guys played, you got beat 7. How are you guys going to go into this match without feeling that same type of fear. So yeah, man. Let me just add you back there. You just got lost for a
Thank you.
minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Your camera's off, fam.
It's off.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that was
All
my
right.
bad.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
We're back in action.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice,
I think
nice.
just yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. I went on a little solo there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
no, it's okay.
basically,
It wasn't for a very
yeah.
long time.
It was for a very long time. Yeah, but basically
Yeah.
what I was saying is, Ten Hag was asked in his press conference about this fixture, right? And
Yeah.
they basically asked him like, "Are you scared?" Because the last time you guys got beat 7, are the
Mm,
players feeling scared going into this fixture? Is that gonna
mm,
weigh in on your,
mm,
in your mind going into this fixture? And Ten Hag
mm,
said, "Look, I get what happened the last time, but the last time was the last time. That's the past. Now is the
mm.
present, you know?
Yeah, one
Yeah. You know
time.
what I mean? These things happen in football, but it doesn't mean
Mm,
that it's going to repeat itself. Like they
yeah.
say, lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. So if
Come on.
Liverpool think that we're gonna go into this fixture and we're gonna get a walloped 7, it's because
Mm,
Klopp himself in his press conference was asked a similar question, and he also alluded to the fact that, look, that was that time. This is this time. And at the end of the day, we're
yeah.
playing Manchester United, our biggest rivals. We're not playing some Watford or whatever. No disrespect to them, but you know what I mean? It's a rival match. Anything can happen. It's a derby day. Form
True.
goes out the window and a completely different result can happen. But at the same time, we also have to look at the facts, fam. As much as we want to be optimistic
Preach.
and be hyped and everything
Preach.
like that, we're
Preach,
gonna
Pastor
get in
D.
there with that pride and everything like that. But at the end of the day, we have to be realistic. Liverpool are
Humble.
sitting on top of the league. That's not
Yes.
by mistake. It's not by
Yes.
chance. We know they're
Yep.
playing very well. We know they're very organized. We know they've got one of the current best players in the league in Mo Salah. One of the top goalkeepers in the league as in comparison to us. So they have all the firepower going up front. And at the
Yeah.
same time, they also have the defense.
Mm.
So how do Manchester United overcome this obstacle at Anfield, fam?
Bro, it's crazy you asked me that question off the bat because if we are not scoring, like if our
Mhm.
boys are not on it, like if they don't decide that today we are making Liverpool run. Today we have chosen today to do the business. If they don't do that, bro, that Liverpool defense is going to be enjoying. They're going to be in
Yep.
Ibiza, smoking their
Yep.
cigarettes, just pinging balls. Trent is going to be just
Hey,
wiring
man.
things from, like,
Mhm.
bro. You know what's crazy? Here's
Yeah.
if there's one person that I would love to see in this game, and I've been bashing this guy the whole season because he's just not been on it. But
Yeah.
I have this mentality of football players. Yes, you can be on bad form and blah blah blah, but there are certain games that you just turn up.
Yeah.
You're tired, you're hungover, you're what? You turn up for this game because it is that game. And today, this is that game.
Yeah.
And I want I'm going please forgive me, please, United fans. But I would like to see Rashford go at Trent today. Like
Yeah.
that has been the theme throughout the years. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Rashford Trent, it's a mismatch, especially when Rashford is on it. It's a
Yeah.
mismatch. Trent Trent becomes a mediocre fullback when he's playing against Rashford.
Mm.
That is a fact, especially when Rashford is on it and wants it and says, "Listen, you see, this is the thing that I don't like. All these conditions need to be met in order for Rashford to have this fucking game. Trent is
Yeah.
going to bring it,
Yeah.
whether he's on it or not. He's going to bring it. But
Yeah.
Rashford, because of everything that has been going on, we're not sure what he's going to bring. However, I
Yeah.
would really, really like to see that battle because I believe it's very strange, but it's like there is this just because they play in with England, they go out. There's just been that thing of like Rashford beats Trent, like he dribbles him, he beats him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it is there. but they have to play games in order for you to understand it and see it. And at the same time, you need to watch the games in order for. It's a very complicated fucking situation. But I
Yeah.
want to see. I would love to see Rashford, good Rashford on it, take on
Yeah.
Trent.
Yeah,
That,
true, man. And I think this is the perfect stage for Rashford to really win back the hearts of the fans because this
you
we're playing against Liverpool, right? He hasn't been having a great season. He hasn't been scoring goals. He has been completely off it, right? Previous game, we mentioned about him showing heart in the last 10 minutes, running up and down, chasing every single ball, all of that. So we want to see more of that in tomorrow's match. And like I
yeah,
said, it would mean so much to the United fan base if Rashford goes and does something against Liverpool. If he goes and scores a goal, if he goes and
oh
brings
yeah,
home a victory for us, in the absence of Bruno Fernandes, because he's the guy that we always look, what you call this? We always look to, you know what I mean? He's the player that we expect to rise to the occasion in these type of matches to sort of keep things, stable and, produce something for us. Now that
yeah.
mantle has sort of fallen to Rashford because he's like Mr. Man United, you know? And like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
perfect stage for him to get back on form, win the hearts of the fans. We're playing Liverpool. We want to see our players compete at the highest level, even if it's just for one day. We
yeah.
know this team is not consistent. We know these
Woo!
guys, Liverpool,
Even
have
for
a
one
better
day,
team than us or whatever.
it's
But today, they need to really come out and give Liverpool hell. We should not make it an easy game for them at all. It
at
should
all.
not be a walk in the park for them. We really need to go there and do the business. So yeah, like I said, we got injuries. We have Maguire out. He's been one of our most consistent defenders
Bro.
for us. So it's a huge blow. It's a
Mm,
huge blow. And I think the most daunting thing is we don't have what can I say? We don't really have like selection in terms of that center back positioning, right? Varane
yeah,
has just got back into the team, and my God, did he have a very good game against Bayern? That
bro,
guy was winning
bro,
almost every ball that was being put into the
bro.
box, and it
I
was so
was,
disappointing because
I was,
we
yeah,
that's something that we lacked, because
bro.
if Ten Hag paired up this form Maguire with Varane, all those games that we lost,
Even
we could
City,
have been
bro.
exactly, literally, we could have had different, we would have been having a different conversation now. Because now he has literally put himself at risk with rumors of, Graham Potter, might take up his
The guy
position
from
when
Gryffindor.
Sir Jim
Fuck
takes
off.
over. You know what I mean? So this game, there's a lot that's riding on it, not just on the manager himself, but also on the players. Because
Mm,
if these guys do not put out a performance, win or lose, right?
mm,
I don't know
mm.
what the conversation is going to be like from here on end because already they received a lot of much smack from getting knocked out of Europe completely. Completely. Not even dropping down to Europa, but completely out of that European competition. So yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's gonna be a very interesting game
You know
tomorrow.
what it is, D? You know what it is,
Yeah,
Pastor D? If
mm,
if we go into this game and we don't show anything,
yeah,
like the I I can testify right now that Manchester United has improved. And I know people don't want to hear this, they don't like it, but it is
yeah,
a fact. Believe it all you want, you don't want to believe it. It is true. We have improved based on the performances beginning from the beginning of the season. We have
yeah,
improved. Like it is there. I'm tired of being shy of pointing that out because it almost like sometimes when I hear other people talking about Manchester United, I'm like, wait. Are you seriously going to sit here right now and tell me that Manchester United did not play better in this game
yeah,
compared to every other game that we've watched since the beginning of the season?
yeah,
So, having said that, this Liverpool game against Chelsea, we showed some heart. Against Bayern, there was some heart. Like there has been hard work, all these things that we want to see from our
yeah,
players coming up to this point.
yeah,
Last season, it was, I don't want to say it was a mixed match, but it was
Okay.
almost like there was yeah, last season was weird because we as
Yeah.
United fans we understood why we got smashed. We
Yeah.
understood. Not a lot of
Yeah.
people got it, but we understood that we were
Yeah.
smashed because first players tired and we're in this fucking period what was going on. But this time it's different. This time
Yeah.
it is different. We're going to Anfield. I believe we are fresh. I
Yeah.
believe there's a like this is like a restart in rivalry, like in terms of
Yeah.
the results that have been happening prior and the
Yeah.
way we are playing. Like if we right this game go
Yeah.
back to our nonsense bullshit, then I think then I will call out for the manager to be sacked if
Mm.
we don't give off the energy that we've been giving off in these past game weeks.
Yeah.
Because bruh, Bruno, no Bruno, with the players that we have and the attitude and the hunger, we should be able to give Liverpool a run. I'm not
Yeah.
saying we should go there and win. No, 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 no. This
Yeah.
is Liverpool we're talking about. This is
Yeah.
Klopp. This is a guy that has reconstructed his entire midfield in a what a
In
transfer
one
window
window.
in one
One
window and
window.
yeah and it is ticking and
Yeah.
bro this is one guy that you love to reference when it comes to a rebuild or something
Yeah.
in that sort of sense. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? You've
Yeah.
always made me realize because sometimes I tend to forget about Klopp. Not that he's a
Mm.
bad manager or anything like that, but because it's Liverpool, I'm like, fuck off,
Yeah. Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah. You
You
don't
know,
want
I
to
don't even.
acknowledge
Yeah, I
any
don't want to
achievement.
acknowledge it. You know, I don't want to. But the fact is, fuck, I see it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
guy is on it. This guy is doing. And when you mentioned it, I remember every time I see Klopp progress, I always hear your voice in the back of my
Yeah.
mind or in my head. I'm like, I remember D talking about I like to bring Klopp because he when he came to Liverpool, he did one, two, three. He saw players that he didn't want, uprooted. He saw that we needed a goalkeeper, brought him in. He saw this. Bro, it was visible. Like you could
Yeah.
see him want to change the club.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so just by that, and then to see somebody who is first with a reconstructed midfield, bro,
Yeah.
that is props. That is prop.
True.
That is
True.
respect at the highest.
True.
I don't like Liverpool, but that is respect. That is
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are struggling with our midfield that is from 19-foot tech. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like we
Yeah.
just keep on chopping and changing. We don't even, you know. I saw a story that Johnny Van de Beek is wanted by Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Imagine and how delighted I was. This guy is not
Yeah.
even playing for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not featured. Why am I happy that this guy is going? Why?
Mm. Mm.
Why? There is something clearly going on that is not right at United. And
Yeah.
man, like I'm scared. I'm scared,
Yeah.
D. I'm scared,
Yeah.
but I'm not scared. I'm scared
Yeah.
because it's Liverpool. They're my rivals. Like for me, this is the biggest rivalry. Like I
Yeah.
hate Liverpool.
Yeah.
Forget Man City. Man City are babies.
Dude,
Man City are babies,
they
bro.
they
Like
still
they
they
just,
still have a long way to go to equal
bro.
anything close to United and Liverpool's success in history. You know,
Rah.
and that
But
can
every time
take
I
that. Will,
think of
yeah.
Liverpool, I get
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
heebie-jeebies, man. And the fact that we're going to Anfield. When
Yeah.
was the last time we produced something? I think the last time
Mm.
was when Juan Mata did his 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 maestro things. Think about it.
Yeah.
Either Juan Mata or Dimitar Berbatov. That was the last time we
I
did
was literally about to
something.
say, Dimitar Berbatov when he scored that scissor kick, fam. Like, and you know me, I love
Bruh,
Dimitar Berbatov, man.
me
He
too,
was my
bro.
guy. He was my guy. You know, such a
So
flair player, fam.
just to think that we were able to do something that long ago. Nah,
Yeah, yeah.
nah.
Yeah, no,
Nah,
I hear you. And you brought up the conversation of Ten Hag getting sacked, like, calling for him to get sacked. And we spoke about this before that, Ten Hag, he'll be to his own demise, getting
yeah,
himself sacked, right?
yeah,
So I honestly believe that if Liverpool put three by past us and we don't even at least register one, I think that will be like very strong cause for him to get sacked because
I
that would
agree.
just be to his own undoing. If he's gonna go and
Yeah,
start Scott McTominay against Liverpool in that midfield with Amrabat is gonna be a huge mistake. We are
mm,
gonna get battered really hard. But anyway, so I've seen this poll on the Manchester United app, yeah, and
yeah,
they're basically asking who do you think will captain United on Sunday because obviously Bruno Fernandes is not going to be available for that match. So we
yeah,
have in 34% the people have voted Rafael Varane. Now, interesting, yeah.
yeah.
It brought up a question in my head which I want to address to you. How
Okay.
important is the captaincy going to be for this match? How important do you think whoever Ten Hag is going to nominate will play a huge factor, will be a huge influence in this game. Because you know how Bruno Fernandes is. People complain about him, he's petulant, he cries, he whatever, but they also don't see and appreciate the value in the team because
That he
despite
brings.
doing that, he brings the players together. He's a maestro. He's in that
Ma,
midfield, he's conducting play. He's pointing at
mm,
players, move into that
mm,
position, wait there, come
mm.
here, let's do this, constantly talking to players, right? So in his absence, who is going to ascend
Magnifico.
to that role and take charge in this Liverpool game? Because fair
Mm.
enough, I hear why they voted for Varane. He's astonishing player, he's got a lot of accolades, but there's always been that thing of defenders being captains. There's a lot of stigma around it, even though we have seen great captains coming from the defense, Thiago, Ramos, Van Dijk, the list goes on.
Even Harry Maguire himself.
Cannavaro. Sorry?
Even Harry Maguire himself.
Exactly. Even Harry Maguire himself was a captain and he was in defense, right? So I don't because obviously Harry Maguire is also injured, right? So he's not an option for captaincy pick for this Liverpool game. Do you think Rafael Varane is the right pick for this game, or do you think it should be someone else who is going to be able to carry this team during the game? And how important is that going to be?
Oh, that is a very hey D, where did that come from? Since when do
Out
you
of the
ask me
blue, fam.
questions that I have to think like this is not us, but
Literally out of the blue, but I get you, fam. It is an out of the blue question, but it just
it,
dawned to me looking at this, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know what? I actually didn't think about it because we're not gonna have
yeah,
Bruno present, we're not gonna have
yeah,
Maguire present, who has experience in that role, and then you look at everybody else in the team, and you're like, I don't think there's anybody else that's captain, material in that
yeah,
team who can
yeah,
take
yeah.
charge of that team during that game. And the people have voted Varane. I don't know how
Mm.
vocal Varane is. I don't know what type of impact he's going to have in this match as a captain. So is that gonna be an important like in your opinion, like, just straight off the top of your head, what do you
Yeah.
think? Like, do you think that's a right decision or you know, I don't know. What do
That
you
two,
think?
that two, there are two sides to this thing because it can work and it can flop.
Yeah,
Because maturity wise and experience wise, Varane should be able to handle that day. Like
yeah,
as an experienced player that he is, that we know him, World Cup, Champions
yeah,
League, elite. Like he's one of those players that's in a different kind of. He's in a different tier. Yes,
yeah,
he's still playing and he's old and he's injury prone, but his history
yeah,
suggests otherwise. This guy is an
exactly.
elite player. You know what I mean?
True.
So if there's any like all those conditions that you mentioned, like if
Yeah,
there's anybody that I would trust at United right now,
yeah,
with Bruno being out, Maguire being injured, because I was easily going to say give it to Harry Maguire. Easy.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
even think about it because he's the most
exactly.
senior player.
Yes.
He has been on it this season. Like I've
Yeah,
got no problems with Harry Maguire. Like no
yeah,
problems whatsoever. So I would have said give it to Harry Maguire. Let him
yeah,
run that thing. Like he has been our captain, not captain, for some
yeah,
time.
yeah,
And this season he's just outdone himself. This is the Liverpool game. We don't have anybody else out there that's vocal or looks vocal
yeah, yeah,
because now Harry Maguire, like literally, Harry Maguire has changed. D. You know,
Yeah.
he's looking more of a captain now that he has
Yep.
been when he
Yep.
was captain. You know what I mean? It's wild. I
100%.
can't explain it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I would have left it with Varane. I mean, with Maguire, but we don't
Yeah.
have any of those
We
players.
don't have
So
him.
Varane is the
Yeah.
logical player to put in there.
Yeah.
One, because he's a defender, he sees the whole game, he will be able
Yeah.
to dictate things. I don't want him to be substituted. That's one thing. You start
Yeah.
Varane. If he's going to get injured, fine. But this
Yeah.
thing of waiting towards the last 10 minutes, then you take him up because you want to bring somebody in, that shouldn't work. He's our captain.
Yeah.
So I think with I think with Varane being our
Yeah.
captain, we should be all right. We should be all
Yeah.
right
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he exudes class. You know, I think just by being on that pitch, and even if he was
Yeah.
to get into one of those squabbles with the guys from the
Yeah.
opposition squad side, there will be that mutual respect that's going on. So
Yeah.
I think if we're to pick a captain, it should be Varane. It should
Yeah.
be, provided he's there, he's playing, and he's going to start because we even right now we're not sure. You know,
Yeah.
he could bench. He might decide
Yeah.
to start Evans and Lindelof.
Yeah.
You know, if he does that, if he does
Yeah.
that, my God, I am going to I am going to do a hair transplant on him. Like that's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be so mad. Yo,
Nah, yeah, you.
yo,
Yeah, and
ah,
you know and the scary thing is, because he also asked in the press conference about Luke Shaw.
mm,
So he gave a response that he trained this morning. So we think he is available for Sunday. So I don't know if that's mind games or that's legit. So we
it
may
could be
also be
mine.
without Luke Shaw. But he definitely confirmed that Martial will not be available for the match on Sunday. So which leaves us with Rasmus Højlund, which of course is not a bad thing, but yeah,
Yeah.
man, those are just parts and parcel of the struggles going into this Liverpool fixture. But yeah, man,
Did
I hear
did
you.
he
Yeah,
mention why with
no,
Martial?
no, it was literally just a straight answer. They asked them Anthony Martial, and he was like, Martial will not.
So Martial is out.
He's
Like
out.
he's back to what we are used to.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
mean,
standard.
standard. Like I'm not even sad. I'm not even
Yeah,
going to lose sleep. Like I
yeah, yeah,
expected it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
expected this stuff. You
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Uh, uh, uh.
yeah, man.
Any other team
Um,
news? Like anything else that he has mentioned that we need to know about?
I think that's basically it. I think I've covered the important stuff because you know how these guys are during the press conferences. You know, when Ten
Yeah,
Hag wins, it's all smiles. When he loses, it's an
they
interrogation. You
become
know what I mean?
assholes,
It's they become
bro,
assholes, fam. Like it's man. I don't like watching the press conferences. They just attack, 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 attack. You know, they'll just be on some with Sir Jim coming. Are you scared
bro,
that if you lose this match, you'll be sacked? How can you ask a manager like that during a press conference? You know, when you're supposed to be focusing on other important questions, they're asking him like, "Do you feel your job is safe?" You know, and
bro,
then when he says
bro.
yes, they're like, "Yeah, but we understand you're saying yes, but still," you know what I mean? You're
That
gonna
is
be on the
bullshit.
chopping blocks because of X, Y, Z. So yeah, man. But I just want to say something real quick about the captaincy thing. Before I move to the next section, I
Yeah.
hear you. I hear everyone, but I don't know why. I just think Ten Hag is gonna go with Scott McTominay as captain for the I don't know why.
See?
I
Can
don't
you stop that? Fucking hell, man.
I don't know
You,
why, but
how did I know you're going to say something so bizarre and
yeah, yeah,
weird and almost kind of true? Like, I hate it
yeah.
when you do this, Pastor D. I don't. I really don't like it. Don't feed me
Yeah,
that thing of
yeah.
Scotland. What? No,
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
No, 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 no,
I
no.
don't
Don't tell
want
me that,
to.
bro.
I honestly don't want to, but I just have a feeling that he might just say, "Look, Scott McTominay captain," and I'm basing this off his recent drama with Varane, you know. And look, here's the thing, right? The Varane ever since that beef and Varane stopped playing, he has only played once, and that's in that Bayern match, right?
Mm,
So
mm,
even now, we don't know the extent of like the situation. We don't know if it's resolved. We don't know if that was just the last ditch effort of still trying to qualify into Europe. So he sort of maybe had to suck up his pride for that game, to start him. And obviously now with Maguire injured, he has no choice but to start Varane for this next game. That's
Mm,
we have no defenders. I don't think he's
yeah.
gonna go with Evans and Lindelof. I just don't see it happening, right? So I do believe Varane's gonna have listener starting 11, but at the
I
same
wouldn't be
time,
surprised
I
there. I wouldn't
don't.
put it past him.
Yeah, because for me. I'm not trying to jinx it, but for me, it's just a bit weird that it's like, okay, I'm allowing you back in the team, and then after allowing him back in the team, it's like, okay, I'm gonna make you temporal captain for this match. You understand what I mean? It's almost like
Mm,
rewarding him too much. It's like you need to go through the punishment. You're not just gonna come back into this team
true,
and captain it. You understand what I mean?
true.
So I feel with that being said, that's why he might just say, look, Scott McTominay, and man, that means Scott's plays, which we don't want. We don't want him to play, but like you said, I just don't see any other authoritative figure in that team
No,
who's gonna take charge and can rise to being captain. So
here's the
yeah, man.
bizarre thing, D. Here's the bizarre
Yeah,
thing. Bruno suspended. Like,
yeah.
because Bruno suspended, I want Scott McTominay in that squad more than anything. It's a bizarre thing to say. I know. I can't believe I'm even saying it. But because Bruno's not there. Because which other
So
midfielder wait, which other midfielder is there apart from Amrabat and Kobe Maino?
yeah, he has
Because
to
we
start
haven't heard
Amrabat
anything
and
about
Kobe Mainu. He has to. So
yeah.
so
You
for
see,
me, I would rather play Maybury as number 10 and then play Kobe and Amrabat in the holding this the
my
CDM position, then
my
play Maybury
issue
number
with
10.
my issue with Mabry, Hannibal has got a short fuse. He can
Yes.
start that game and get a red card in 30 seconds. That is my
But
issue.
rem but
I
you see,
don't
the
want
thing
him.
is, I
Yeah.
hear you, but remember what we said about Scott McTominay. We want him to be coming off the bench, right? So we use
Mm-hmm.
Maybury for that grit, that energy, that tenacity, like in the first 60 minutes, and then bring Scotty on for the rest of the game. But I don't want to see Scott start the game because he's
But
just not
here's
gonna.
the thing.
Yeah,
Scotty is not going to have the responsibilities. Say, for example, we go with the midfield three of Kobe, Amrabat, and Scott McTominay. Scott
yeah,
McTominay is going to be given the freedom that he wants. Like
yeah,
this is the thing. Like it's so weird, it's so bizarre, and I can't believe I'm even going to say this, but I'm actually glad that Bruno is suspended so that we can see. I don't know if that makes sense. Like
yeah. I hear
we
you. I
need
hear you.
to see certain things in order for us to make up our minds because we have been
Yeah,
dying and trying to figure out how can we like Scott McTominay without Bruno. Like if
yeah,
Scott McTominay can't play that number 10 position because Bruno is our magnifico. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's our guy.
yeah,
Like there's no one that benches Bruno. So Bruno
yeah,
right now has been forced to bench. So we want to see how Scott McTominay does in that position.
yeah,
If he's going to continue doing the nonsense, like not track back, just let people go through, then we are going to realize that no, really, like this game, if Scott is to play that game, that number 10
yeah,
position, we are really going to know today that nah, we can't keep on playing Scott McTominay because he really doesn't give us anything. But if we're
yeah,
using the
yeah,
same mentality that we want Scott to be part of the final third, like to contribute, this is the perfect game for us to see that and then judge because I honestly I don't know. I don't know how it will
yeah,
be. I
yeah.
really don't know how it will be for Scott McTominay in that number 10. But because Bruno's not there, I would rather
Mhm.
have him there. And because which other player is there? Is Mount fit? Is he injured?
Nah.
I don't
You know
get it.
what? You know what? Since
Yeah.
we're on the topic, let's start with
Yeah.
our lineup prediction. So you go
Let's
first.
go. I
All
should go
right.
first.
Yeah, go first.
All right. For this Liverpool game.
Yeah, for the
Luke
Liverpool
Shaw is
game.
not there, right?
It's there's a 50-50% chance.
Touch and go, right?
Yeah. So he's in training, but they haven't confirmed if he's gonna start. So it's a 50-50.
So that back line kind of confuses me because I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind having Luke Shaw as Varane's partner, as centre back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I want to see that, but provided that Luke Shaw is fit, and then
Yeah.
I'll have Dalot on the left,
Yeah.
and then I'll have Wan
Bisaka.
Bissaka on the right. Onana, I'm picking him because, hey, what else can I do? Like,
You won't
if I
drop
don't
him.
put him on the, yeah, like
And
Onana
it's
is there
Liverpool.
because, yeah, Onana is there because it's Onana. But personally,
Yeah,
me, I'm done with Onana.
true. Same
I'm
here.
done. That Champions League exit, the amount of
Yeah.
goals, like when you start hearing those bizarre stats that we
Yep.
did this, I'm like, fuck, this is because of Onana. And it's
Yep.
so fucking frustrating. And I don't want to hear it. So I would have, like, even I know this might just sound all of a sudden, but I'll put BND.
Mm,
I'll take
mm.
BND. Start it. Then, because at the end of the day, we don't want somebody that's got, like, okay, we need somebody with a personality, because being a
Yeah.
Manchester United goalkeeper, you need to have character, you need to have a personality, all those kind of things. And we're not trying to take away that from Onana, but then that thing needs to be backed with performances. You can't have one game here you're performing wild, like ooh, and then another game you're getting smashed. Like the goals that are going in, they're just bizarre, especially
Yeah.
for your first season. Like nah, and
Yeah.
nah. I'm
I hear
not
you.
having that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would, if I could, I would start Alte BND. That
Okay.
midfield, Amrabat, Kobe Mainu. I'm not even playing.
Mm,
I'm not
mm.
even playing. I don't want to hear Foko, Kobe
Yeah.
Menu, Amrabat. That is a combination that, like, it's almost the same as Amrabat Casemiro.
Yeah.
Like when we were thinking about it in the beginning of the season, it's the same.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we need a combative, a,
Mm.
a, a midfield that is going to, uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah, we need that. Kobe Menu, Amrabat, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Scotty, bro, don't come to the back. Don't come and help defend. We don't need you. Stay up front
Yeah.
if you can. Be that number 10 nigga there, do your thing. I am not even
Yeah.
having a problem with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And then on the left, I know Garnacho has been very good this season, but based on history, I would like to see Rashford take on, and I'm saying this with a heavy heart, because I've been wanting us to drop Rashford this whole season. But I
Yeah.
don't know. Trent is always uncomfortable when Rashford is there. I
Yeah.
have seen it. It's not a myth or anything like that. Nah, Rashford for some
Yeah.
reason terrifies Trent, and I want that to continue. So
Yeah.
I hope Rashford is getting in his head, like he's getting ready for this fucking game. On the
Yeah.
right, man, Anthony.
Yeah.
I don't know if Anthony played the last derby against Liverpool. Please correct me if
Mm.
I'm wrong. Was he part of
Um.
that, or
Let
was
me
he
check
injured?
real. Let me check real quick. But I don't. I have a feeling he played. I have a feeling he played. Let's check this out real quick. Um. Let's see. Lineup. United. Yeah. He played.
He played.
Yeah.
Listen, this is another one of those games that he needs to redeem himself. Anthony fucking needs
Yeah.
to score. He needs to provide an assist. There
Mhm.
is no point of being a Manchester United player. Like, I can't stress this enough. Our
Yeah.
front three are being focal. Like, I just can't wait for Mason Greenwood to come back. You have no
Yeah.
idea. Like, I'm at
Yeah.
this point just like, Greenwood, come
Yeah.
Greenwood, like, please, because even your 4 goals and 3 assists. Imagine they were in the Prem. Like,
Yeah.
that would have given us a different kind of boost. We probably even wouldn't have been in the position that we are in right now. Could have been
Yeah.
higher, could have been lower. It depends.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
man, nah,
Yeah.
nah, 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 nah. Anthony needs
Mm.
to step up. Like, these are the kind of games now that we need people to score. Put
Yeah.
away this petulance. Put away all your bullshit. Put away all this fucking shit. Fucking
Yeah.
score.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
that it's Anfield, but Anfield, man, Liverpool. You see, you know why I'm in a good mood?
Yeah.
Because in as much as Liverpool are looking good, look like they're in good form, I am still
Mm.
not afraid of them. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
even fucking kidding. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not afraid. So yeah, man. But what
Yeah.
about you? What's your starting lineup?
So yeah, man, mine's gonna be crazy as usual. So in the back, Andre Onana. I think he's gonna start Diego Dalot, right position, right back. I don't think he'll start Aaron Wan-Bissaka. In
Mistake.
the in the center back pairing, I'm gonna go with Varane and Luke Shaw if he's available. If he's not available, I have a feeling he's gonna start what you call is Johnny Evans, only because Johnny Evans came in before Victor Lindelof in the Bayern match. And then I'm gonna go left back with Sergio
True,
Reguilon.
true,
In the
true.
middle
That
is
was
where it's gonna get wild, where I think you might disagree with me.
mm.
I think you will start Scott McTominay and Amrabat. And number 10 is going to be Marcus Rashford. On the left, it's going to be Garnacho. On the right, Anthony. And up front, Rasmus Hoyland. So I still don't
Interesting.
I still don't see him starting Kobe and Amrabat.
Pastor, Pastor Dean, I see where your mind is going. Like I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fucking see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wow. Wow, D. Like I didn't think about it like that. Like it
Yeah.
no, but if you pick Rashford, that is meaning that you're giving him responsibility. That number 10 position is not for everybody. It means you're
So I
trusting him and hoping
yeah.
that he does the business.
So I believe he's going to tell Rashford and most likely Garnacho to be
Uh-huh.
like interchanging in that role as the game goes. So sometimes you would find Rashford pushing wider to the left and Garnacho coming to the center and vice versa. That's the way I sort of see it. Or maybe even with Anthony. He may do that rotation with
Wow.
Anthony or probably maybe even all three. But that's the way I see it. I think with Bruno absent, he will start Rashford in that number 10 position just for the sake of formation's sake, but not for the
Yeah.
sake of how he's going to play the game.
Wow. Yo, you caught me off guard with that one. Like I've never seen Rashford as a number 10
Yeah,
because it's somebody who doesn't first of all pass,
pass
doesn't
exactly.
really he couldn't give a shit about his teammates.
Yeah,
How is he supposed to be somebody that is distributing and trying to
yeah,
create?
yeah.
You know,
So the only
but
other
at the
thing I
same
can
time, I
see,
see that.
but the only other thing I can see is if he will, if he's not going to start Rashford as the number 10, then the only other player I see him starting as number 10 is Kobe Mainu, and still retaining Scott McTominay and playing Casemiro because Kobe has got an eye for a good pass. So
That
I
would be
that's
bizarre. That would
that
be
is what I
bizarre.
would see. That is what I
If
see.
if because right now, whether it is the social media or whatever, they're all touting Kobe Manu to be that number 6, a holding midfielder. Now
Yes.
imagine in this game he's put as number 10 and Scott McTominay is being told to sit in that midfield to help Amrabat. This is what everybody's complaining about. These are the things
See,
that will get him sacked. These kind of shit.
I
They
hear
will
you,
get
but
him
that's what
sacked.
that's what he has been doing. So I don't expect it
Yeah.
to change anytime soon. So yeah, man. Score predictions.
2-1. Two
Okay.
one.
Two
Yeah,
one.
I'm
2-1 to
yeah,
United.
two. No, to Liverpool. We're playing at Anfield, man. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you joking? Hey, hey, man. Hey,
Your,
no, no.
yeah, your score prediction at the beginning of this episode was here. Now it's here. Like I'm
No,
looking
like
forward to
I
this
get it.
game.
No,
I
no,
can't wait
like
to play this
I
game.
know.
Like
Like I
you,
was.
the way you started this episode, man, you expected you to finish even higher and go and say, "Yeah, United are gonna come and do something."
No, no, no,
And
no,
now
no,
it's
no.
like, yeah, United need to do something, but score prediction.
You know what it is, D.
Yeah,
I know my team. I
yeah,
know
yeah.
my fucking team,
I
and
hear you.
it'll be naive of me. Like I okay. Let me say this because it's a derby day, anything can
Yeah,
happen, even up until
yeah,
now. Like I
yeah,
know people think that Liverpool going to smash us, but United is that team. You just
yeah,
never know. Like you
yeah,
can
yeah,
lower your guards today, you can get smacked up properly today.
yeah,
Like they
yeah,
can. But at the same time, just based on everything that has been going on, like literally, United are not good enough. You
Yeah.
understand? Compared to Liverpool, they're not good enough. And I'm not gonna sit
Yeah.
here and say that nah, my team is like this. No, no, no. They are improving
Yeah.
since the beginning of since the beginning of the season. The
Yeah.
improvements are there. And I'm
Yeah.
seeing more of the improvements even these past couple of games. Like we are playing better. And the only thing
Yeah.
that can happen is if we, for example, Casemiro comes back and then other
Yeah.
players come back. I think that will even boost everything else. But
Yeah.
right now, right here, right now, like I know we're in a good mood. I know for some reason I feel like Liverpool. The reason why I was in a good mood in the beginning was I feel like Liverpool, even though they're on it this season, they're
Yeah.
not on it. I
Yeah.
can't explain it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I just feel it. And I feel like today's game, like not today's game, this derby is going to be
Yeah.
different from all the other derbies. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why. I feel like there's gonna be a little bit of fight in us.
Yeah.
No, Bruno. Like I think it's just going to be competitive. So with
Yeah.
that being said, nah, I'm not saying that like Liverpool are going to smash us. No, 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 no. They're going
Yeah.
to beat us, yes. And the reason why I'm saying that is because United just by themselves, they have this tendency of just capitulating and just throwing in the towel when things don't make
Yeah.
sense. And they have to prove to me, no Bruno and all these other key players in the team that can
Yeah.
push the team, even with their presence being there,
Yeah.
can help the team, can galvanize the team. So I'm not sure in that sense. You
Yeah.
understand? But at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm in good spirits. I'm in good spirits. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see us getting smashed 7. No
Yeah.
ways. No
Yeah.
fucking ways. No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
like
Now I hear you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Now
yeah.
I hear you. So
What about you?
I'm gonna stick with my gut feeling.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go for conservative 2-1 to United. And yeah, I just hope they don't
What?
do.
That's your gut
I
feeling?
Yeah, like
Wow.
look, I don't know what maybe saying gut feeling is wrong. I just have a good feeling about this game, you know? And maybe the good feeling is us playing well, losing and playing well, playing
Yeah.
well in the sense of, you know what I mean? And something real quick I want to say, beginning of the episode when you mentioned about, there's this improvement that people can't see. I think the reason why we can't see it is because we're very inconsistent. So those improvements are shown in the games we are playing well, but then as soon as we play that game we play well, we go and lose, right? And then that little performance increase, it gets, you know, washed away. People
Mm,
can't see it
mm,
because we'll go win a game and then we'll go lose. We'll beat Chelsea, then we'll go lose to Bournemouth. And then it's like, what improvement? You understand? And I think it's
mm,
also that the teams that we're losing to and how we're losing because we're losing 3
mm,
nil to Bournemouth. And then people
mm.
fail to see that improvement that you're talking about. So, yeah, man,
Yeah.
I'm just going with the conservative 2-1 victory and I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, guys, that's basically been the match preview for Liverpool versus Manchester United tomorrow. Kickoff is at 4:30 in the afternoon. Everywhere else in the world, that'll be 5:30, 6:30. And yeah, when I say everyone else in the world, I'm specifically talking about Africa because that's the time zone I know off by heart. So for you guys listening in America, Australia, I don't know, Angas,
That's
you know
your
what I mean? You
business.
you you have to figure it out, you know. So not that I'm
You
I'm
know
being
your time.
biased,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm just speaking to what I know, right? So yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a late afternoon kickoff. We're gonna be playing tomorrow, so really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna watch the match, which sucks. But Don Benito will definitely watch the match and give you
Oh yeah,
guys
I'll make
the
sure.
scoop
I will make
on
sure.
what happened during that game. But anyway, with that being said, guys, thank you once again for listening to this episode of the Glory Red podcast. You can catch us on all your favorite podcast and streaming platforms with Glory Reds FC. And of course, we're also now live on YouTube. Thank you once again for listening to this episode, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.